Hello everyone. This will be the last episode of Metaphysics, so it's going to be a relaxing one, relatively of course. We're going to solve the most famous paradox ever thanks to the philosophy we've built until now. Let's start. First, this is not a paradox. This is not a paradox either, and this is definitely not a paradox. A paradox is not something that looks counterintuitive. A paradox is something that defies logic. Now, the paradox we're going to solve today is the liar's paradox. It has been taught in many ways, such as the set version by Russell. Its most basic form, however, is this one. Is false, is false. Apparently, if is false, then it is true, but if it's true then it cannot be false. And if it is true then it is actually false. This paradox apparently seems incredibly difficult to solve and outright impossible. However, we can solve it. First, let's consider what true and false mean. You would certainly agree that true means in accordance with objective reality. Therefore, whatever is in accordance with reality is considered true. However, we discussed previously in this chapter that objective reality is no different from existence itself. Existence is objective, because it can't be denied. Therefore, we can confidently say that true, meant as in accordance with reality, means in accordance with existence. Now, it is clear that anything in accordance with existence exists, because something cannot be both in accordance with existence and not exist at the same time. That would be illogical. This means that something in accordance with reality is synonym to something that exists. There you have it. We determined that true means exactly the same as existing, as an adjective. By that logic, false means exactly the same as not existing. Knowing this, we can rephrase the paradox in a more suitable way. If being false means not existing, then this paradox can be written this way. Doesn't exist, doesn't exist. Do you see it now? The same sentence that seemed impossible is now saying something perfectly logical. It is stating that anything that doesn't exist does not exist. There is nothing paradoxical in that. It is just the identity principle. If we come back to the original form, we can clearly see that it says false equals false. A equals A. We are talking about something that does not exist. The error we usually commit when reading this paradox is thinking that false means inverting the meaning of the word false. What about Russell's version? Well, that is still equally easy to solve. Does the set of all sets that do not contain themselves contain itself? The answer is, this makes no sense. Think about it. The set of all sets that do contain themselves can both contain and not contain itself, because if it contains itself then it is a set that contains itself. And if it doesn't contain itself then it is not a set that contains itself. Likewise, if the positive set is in a superposition of both containing and not containing itself, then its exact opposite must be in no position at all. It cannot neither contain nor not contain itself. Such set therefore simply does not exist. Well, this was a fun path. We've finally done it. We completely solved metaphysics. I can gladly say that finally we have scratched the surface. Now, it is time to move or focus towards some more material topic. Literally. Remember, you will never get rid of me. Let alone this early. Everyone, be well.